over SSG. So can they repeat that, or will SSG fight back? That is going to be the question that we will be looking forward to see entered. And because of that, let's go into map bans.
Alrighty then. Well, let's see how the operator bans do work out here on Consulate. We've had some pretty interesting operator bans from Space Station. Just like looking at the last series that we had, when they went to Villa, they banned IQ against MIBR. So I'm interested to see what those bans are going to be, but MIBR will ban out the Thatcher. I know a lot of people will probably be a little bit confused about that one, but the Thatcher does mean like a lot of the utility clear, especially in that upstairs take as well, if Maestro is left available, makes it a lot harder.
Definitely so. And MIBR, they have, well, just as the other Latin team, they do like to have that, well, either Termite or Thatcher ban to come in to make the attack a bit harder, and especially since they're starting out on the defense right now, I think we can say that's an interesting one to mute. That's going to be making sure that the multi-mute roam combo is not going to be as effective as it otherwise would be. So I like that mute ban as a result of the Thatcher ban to come in.
Yeah, that is interesting. Mirror ban, pretty interesting as well, because now that leaves both Echo and Maestro available on the board. Maestro, a ban that SSG did use against MIBR on Coastline. So, well, we're going to get into our first map of Consulate here. It is going to be Space Station Gaming versus MIBR. This is an elimination match. The winner will go through into the grand final, but the loser will face that third place. Yeah,
and don't forget that grand final is, of course, for the invitational spot that all these teams are here for. None of them have qualified yet. Some of them are in the close qualifiers of their respective regions to try and get through. But first, they're going to try it here. They're going to try it here on the OGA PIT Minor, powered by AMD Sapphire, to try and push through, to try and get to the finals here, to face against Liquid, who, of course, have that one map advantage already.
Well, we'll see Space Station. They are going to be starting out on the attack, and we'll see exactly how things are going to be going out. So MIBR going below first. And I was talking to Desert about this, and he didn't think, and I'm honestly agreeing with him here, don't think the garage holds from MIBR were great when they played against G2.
No, they could definitely, it had some room for improvement. We can say that with the lightest heart right here. But maybe they have been looking into that thought, checking what went wrong, how G2 approached that, and what they can do to try and fix it. Maybe they just feel a lot more confident against SSG as they were against G2. Of course, they came in as the underdogs, MIBR, managed to defeat the Titan G2.
I just like realizing the setup here, right? And I quite like a mute ban here, actually, because normally you would have a mute playing really, really close here, right? But you would also have mute jammers just scattered around the map, especially like downstairs on elevated positions that would stop heavy droning from Space Station. So just removing mute from the whole thing does also make this garage entry a lot easier. And you can already see Space Station, they're already opening up the wall. Novice is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I wasn't in position yet, and good read right there from Space Station to instantly open up the wall. Might not be the favorite spot to open it up, as a lot of teams actually prefer to go for the south side first. That's not going to be the case right now. As Cyber prepping the window for a jump out, but also will be giving away some information right there to SSG that they will have to be careful. They're going to keep them on the toes. They're going to have to be worrying about someone jumping out at any time. And there we go. Canadian will be opening up the right side of that wall, but that will get tricked. How is this allowed? That shouldn't be the case. The second exothermic charge is gone. Novus will get tagged, but with that, he will make sure that they will not have the ideal position, so to say, to go for the attack.
Is the man with no fear at all.
So much
What
balls.
a madman to actually go and actually trick that wall, but do it successfully as well. The way that this guy plays, the way that he pushes as well, so difficult to play against. He has absolutely no fear. So yeah, he's going to be pushing up on there. Doesn't have an natural cell available to himself. Of course, he does have a barbed wire deployed, however. Flashbang's going deep by Canadian to see what he can do about it, but Novice is still holding on pretty strong here to see what he can do with all of this stuff going out. Frag grenades are going to be going out to try and destroy the Bandit charge here, but no, the ADS will catch it and will burn it. Another nade will go through to get rid of the barbed wire and clear all this out. And hopefully, Space Station can start to begin their execute sooner rather than later. But, well, they do have smokes available from Bosco. We'll see if those are deployed.
I'm pretty sure they wanted to actually take care of the Maestro camera that was positioned in that same corner right there.
Okay.
But the second grenade fell short, as you can actually see it right there in the left corner. Will be still up to deny any plans to come down from that position. Rampy and Filtz will both be holding off the flank, making sure no one will be rotating up from the top floor as they now both decide to enter and go for the clear. Dropping down from the back, Tinking Nate with the entry onto Novus will be starting things off and is going up left, right, and center as Cyber picks up one. Rampy gets a refrag as Canadian out in the meantime to go down with the diffuser. No one is there to actually stop it, especially since the smoke fails. And it's going to be SSG to get their round quite cleanly as soon as their execute started. Almost no opposition from MIBR.
Great early take coming out from Space Station, especially their ability to early get open the wall, but also seeing the amount of drones that were flooded into the site by Space Station. As soon as that wall was open, we saw like 6 drones straight into the site, seeing what the setup is.
Gates have opened.
Yeah, absolutely. So it seemed like really good info from Space Station. I think they kind of realized early on that the majority of MIBR was not actually on site, but they were spread out upstairs instead. And, you know, that is kind of where Fultz comes in there and where Thinking Nate comes in there with the yellow stairs push and then Rampy coming down the backside. So, great coordinated push from Space Station. Almost a flawless from them if it wasn't for the kill from Cyber. Well, MIBR are going to have another crack at it.
And we need to trying that downstairs hold yet again, not deciding to swap over yet. To the top floor hold. Reason for that is unknown for us. Master Cam getting deployed up high in piano. Most likely will get some vertical holes as well to assist with that, so he can deny the plant from above using that evil eye. At least that's what I assume is what he's planning on doing.
I'm kind of surprised that the strafe vote is so close. I mean, 65 to 35, given that we've already seen MIBR defeat Space Station, and Space Station did drop a map against Luminosity yesterday.
Yeah, but it did grow in the tournament.
Sure, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't think it was going to be that close in terms of public vote, so it seems like a lot of people do have still a decent amount of confidence in Space Station to take this series and learn from their mistakes yesterday.
Well, if that first round is going to be anything for the rest of the matchup, then it's definitely going to be good faith for these fans that have been voting for Space Station Gaming. As right now, Bullet is going to be droned out and playing in the Visa's admin office right here. Rampy's going to be aware of that position, so most likely we'll be trying to get an angle, wait maybe for some help. Let's just see C4 to go out. Will not deal any damage. It's going to be Rampy not able to actually capitalize on the fact that Bullet was rotating out as he manages to actually safely escape.
Yeah, I think Bullet, he wastes his C4 there. He's like, I can't hold admin at all doing this. He's just going to get the heck out of there and see what he can do up on the other side instead. This time, Space Station very much concentrating on the top floor clear and going down. Last time, they really were not concerned about roamers that much.
No, they weren't really. As they just dropped through the hatches and went for the execute and just waited for the rotations to come in from SSG, from MIBR, I must say, because SSG was so confident on doing what they did right there. And so fast as well that they basically just turned the tables within 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah, I think Novus is going to be a little bit more aware now that he could get this wall open a lot earlier.
Yeah.
So Novus is going to be just staying there and making sure that he can banner trick that as early as possible. Fultz does manage to come down, but almost getting a kill there, but not quite just yet. Rampy from above, however, should be able to clear out Piano where he can. Bullet's still down here, actually, in a very weird position.
Right, anti-chamber right now, moving up to the bathroom, dropping down in the hatch, and he's back on site. Not pressured almost whatsoever. Rampy will be droning out. We'll be trying to find him. We'll be finding the smoke in that position right there. Yeah. You know, he might just drop down soon as well. As soon as the pressure starts coming down, who is there to stop him from dropping down in that hatch?
This is an interesting shield from Hugzod here, just to cover like the angle from Yellow Stairs as well, if he does want to play around it.
Yeah.
Track Stingers are going to be coming down as well, but Bullet is going to find the first kill of the round. There goes Fultz, but instantly traded out by Canadian. He's actually going to be able to open up this wall as well. Hugzod does have a shield here, however, to be able to play around that. And that's not really going to do too much, actually. Canadian going to be able to rotate out of there instead and see if he can open up Garage instead. Cyber moving through onto the backside to see what he can do over here, but he does get droned out. But he's managed to find his way through onto the backside near Harry Potter. Thinking Nade trying to cut off his rotate as well. Nade's potentially coming out here from Rampy as he starts to open up all this self-destruction. Just see that there's a shield here. Hugzod Smoke still playing very, very close and just playing his time. He's wasted all of his smokes right now as Rampy going for those pre-fires through onto benches as well. As we're thinking Nade comes from the other side, takes down Novus. And Cyber still playing close, but Hugzod finds Bosco. Rampy goes down. Canadian trying to find kills. Does manage to get into the site. It's all thinking Nade going in, but no, from benches he goes down. Canadian trying to find the plant, but no, it's not going to happen just yet. He gets off of it. He kills Hugzod, but Cyber should be able to clean him up very, very nicely with a knife.
There we go. Cyber gets that final frag right there. They knew exactly where he was due to the spots of the Evil Eye coming in. They knew he was on the plant. There was nothing going on, as well as the timer hitting 0-0-0-0, of course. MIBR managed to pick the round up in round number 2, and now will be forced to go up to possibly top floor. It looks like it will be indeed. Not going out to the lobby or archives tellers, so to say as of yet. Console office meeting. It's going to be their next point of defense against SSG. They've already lost one of the rounds on their defensive side, even though the Tachibent is there. Actually, Tachibent is there. Why wasn't the Bandit charges just placed on the first round by Novice?
I mean, I think it's potentially better, rather than to let them try and deal with the bandits from above, to just trick it and get the thermite charge.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you could, like early in the round, you could just place it, right? And then when you come back and you're ready to trick, you can pick some up again.
Yeah, sure.
But well, that's hindsight's 2020, of course. So we are no one to talk about that. As right now, MIBR top floor. What are they gonna be setting up like? Are they gonna go for a heavy admin hold, or are they gonna be going for a special hold into theater? Projector, I must say, I believe it is. Meeting projector.
Cyber reinforcing that wall just says to me that he's just going to play in that corner and just hold it down. Or someone is going to play in that corner.
It's such a hard corner to get rid of as
well. It is, yeah. Especially if you're in a Thatcher ban scenario and you just put an ADS there. You can stack them up, but M-King going to put his Maestro Cam down there as well. Let's see what he can do with all of that. MIBR. Interestingly, it brought an Ella shotgun as well.
Where will he play? Probably like yellow stairs, I guess, then? I mean, there's no other option I could really see the Ella shotgun working out except for, well, the yellow stairs or maybe around the soda machines, something like that, right? Because of course it does have a decent range, but...
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how this does play out. Potentially playing around long desk as well, just open to vending and see what they can do with all of that. But, well, from Space Station, they're going to begin with an admin clear and have Fultz open up the spiral door.
Started the attack right here for SSG to come into play. Some windows being opened, some doors being opened up as well, just to basically make MIBR worry about all these different angles that someone could be peeking from in the future. Which you can wonder how much will they worry about it, depending on the information that they have on these players, because they will probably know Rampy is in the meantime already into admin. Someone's going to be rappelling up onto copy soon. Someone will most likely be on the balcony as well as Bosco is about to rappel up there. So, you know, those windows being opened up, they're definitely going to be helpful for SSG. Sound travels through better as well. There's different reasons why you open up every single thing that you can find, right? So, oh, already open up with the X-Carlos right there. I like that.
Yeah, already from Printer as well. Bullet still holding down, but he did get droned down. It's going to be very hard for him to cross over here. Just go through the smoke, but Canadian can see him. But it's going to be Rampy with a nice nade, who does manage to find him through the bullet hole. Beautiful from Rampy.
Nice,
Look
nice.
At that, like through the drone hole, managed to nade him.
Was it through the drone hole?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he might have bounced it off or something right there to actually go through, but that's indeed a beautiful grenade to come down there. To start things off for SSG, who are looking to go to these grand finals. They're looking to go up against Liquid to secure the spot for the 6th Invitational. Of course, they first have to deal with MIBR, but they're trying to do so right now. In the meantime, we have M-King downed, will be destroyed soon as the Trek Stingers will be used indeed. Also will be making sure there is no rotation anymore. That's the second one to come down from Bosco. Huge double kill to go through. In the meantime, we do see Hoxo trying to get close with that pistol because the shotgun is really not the best option to fight with right now. We'll be taking care of the Track Stingers at least before they deploy too much. A little bit of a waste of utility right there from Bosco, but I'm not blaming him. We tried to do something with it.
Cyber's still holding down to the bathroom, however, and while Space Station haven't actually managed to make their way straight into the side, but they do have a huge numbers advantage in a 5v2. Fultz is going to rotate through, potentially to the CEO windows to try and cut off any rotates, but Cyber does have that shield up, and Hugzod, of course, has the reinforcement as well. He's actually going to try and make a bit of a hole for himself. He's actually going to be peeking connector window, but Fultz will punish him for such aggression. So hold on to Cyber now in a 1v5, but he can't make it happen, and Space Station will take the round flawlessly.
Space Station looking way more awake than MIBR is at this point. They're just picking them apart right here. MIBR has no clue how to counter this off. And Space Station looking really, really strong so far. Let's see if they can keep it up as well during the rest of this half.
So yeah, round number 4 getting underway. We'll have a look how that's going to go down. MIBR realizing this upstairs defense wasn't going too well for them. They're actually going to go to a bit of an offsite. And Archives tell us the split bomb site, we don't see it too often, but we have seen it a lot of times from MIBR actually.
Yeah, we did actually see it quite a lot, and also successes coming down sometimes as well, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how they will be able to play this out and how SSG is going to be able to counter this off. And if they will expect it, of course, that's going to be the first thing that they will have to keep in mind. Because
I was rewatching that G2 game from the first day, and on Consulate as well, just like the way in which I wonder if they're going to do it again, but the way in which they set up this floor, it's just so horrible to deal with if you're trying to go for
I mean, all those holes, like you don't
so
feel safe anywhere,
holes.
right?
It's like almost the entire floor gets opened up. It's it's pretty horrible to deal with.
Like, yeah, definitely. Like, you don't feel safe just standing there because there's just holes everywhere. It's so hard to find the one spot where you will not be shot at from below, meaning that you'll force your opponents to go for an archive stake, to go for archives control if they want to make something happen.
Well, so we'll open up everything that he can. Floor reinforcements will start to go down from Hugzod, and we'll see exactly what kind of hold wants to come out here from MIBR, but it does seem clear that it is a downstairs hold, and just trying to play very, very heavy to the vertical play. They do only have 2 nitros available to themselves, however.
Still quite a lot to work with, though, as you could, of course, like if you take down 1 or 2 players already before they actually start to go in for the plan, those 2 nitros will actually be around winning. Even if it's going to be the full 5, you can expect people to stack up here as well on the small bomb site that people have to go through. So you never know, you might find 1, you might find 2.
Yeah, no, you definitely can.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how things are going to be going down. Drones are going to be going to have heavy amounts from Space Station as they will start to go for this top floor clear. Trying to get the admin control and generally getting control over the place. Thinking they're going to be using his IQ scanner to see what's going on, and he uses his drone to burn the Mozzie. Interesting.
Okay, well, there's going to be 1 pest gone and no Mozzie active for the likes of MIBR. I'm sure there was different ways to take care of that as well.
I mean, he just didn't know there was going to be anyone. I mean, don't forget that Novice does normally play up in admin as well. Yeah. So there is that kind of danger of like misdroning. So yeah, they're going to drone it all out and make sure that, you know, it's probably worth it in the end in terms of like time-wise. So well, then we'll get it underway, and we'll guess we're trying to find the electrical orb, but we won't be able to get it from that angle.
I definitely won't be able to get it, and we see SSG right here. They're deciding to go for the top floor control, so to say. They want to go for the top floor approach, and that's most likely going to be indicating that they want to plant in the actual tellers. Not sure if that's going to be the right call, considering the setup that they had in the past right here. As all these holes are, of course, going to be existing. All these C4s will be coming in as well to deny anybody trying to do what they want to do. Like those plants, it's going to be very hard to get it through.
Castle Barricades will get opened up, and you can see again this floor all opened up, and Nova's going to already throw out a C4. And well, it's not going to hit its target just yet. Just all of this vertical play getting opened up right now by Rampy. Should be able to open a lot of these holes and see exactly what the situation is for MIBR, but they're just running down the timer right now, and there's only 40 seconds left to go on the clock, and there are no kills on the board, and this is only going to start to favor MIBR more and more and more as the round starts to go further underway. SSG really have to think about their execute, but Novice does manage to catch out Bosco, and he'll go down early on as Canadian starts to push all the way in, but Rampy does find Hugzod in return, and of course that is the castle who was on site previously. That should be a nice execute to start to come down. Smokes are going to go through, however, Canadian going deep to try and go for a plant. Cypher should be aware of where this is going down, but Smokes are going to go out. Canadian not really sure where he wants to try plant right now, but Fultz does find Novice, but M-King with the Maestro Cam does manage to finish him off. And Maestro Cam still again in the corner. Should be able to see exactly where this plant is going down. Canadian on about half health right now. Should be able to stick this plant right now. Cyber's desperate trying to find him from below, and he will be able to get him. And MIBR will take round number 4. And again, that Maestro Cam, exact same Maestro Cam that was used in the G2 game.
Definitely.
And it was used to great effect as well for that info.
They really got to do something about that next time they go here. Like, use your sledgehammer, for example, to take that out, because that's so much information just being given towards MIBR, and they happily make use of it as well. They're here to end it as well, and they're not even going to be trying to go upstairs, as it was a flawless round for SSG. They're just going to lobby press right now. Even though I believe that bottom floor has been opened up for them, right? Garage has been opened up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But this may just be like, you know,
throw-off.
it's round number 5. We can save that for the last round. We need a positive win here right now, you know. And going to lobby press room when they don't expect us to go there may throw them off a little bit. So, well, I'll be interested to see how this does go down. But I think Space Station's main enemy in that last round was time. They had such an inefficient clear, where they were like, all these like barricades up on the top floor, they're shooting them down, everything like that. 40 seconds left on the round, no one is dead yet. Space Station were really struggling to get a lot of control really early on, especially with that electric on the hatch as well.
yeah, definitely. Like, it took them so much time to actually get rid of that. They had to send someone down, still weren't able to actually deal with it properly. To actually take Visa control before they could finally take care of that electric law. And it was so much time, as you said, wasted, that they could have used so much better if, you know, they wanted to go for the plan earlier on, because it was just stalled perfectly by the smokes being tossed in from below, then the actual Evil Eye spotting out right there, not actually going for damage. Really playing the information game right there for the smoke to use his shotgun to make sure Canadian wasn't going to be able to go for the plant. So if they had more time, that would have been maybe their round for the likes of SSG, but MIBR played that almost perfectly and they managed to get the win away.
Definitely. Well, we'll see how Space Station want to do things on a lobby press room attack. We'll see round number 5 is going to start to get underway. This time we do see Bullet, however, bringing the Valkyrie. It's interesting that we would pick the Valkyrie, knowing that Space Station have brought an IQ every single round now as well. So maybe a lot of intel is going to be given away here.
Yeah, possibly, but like the thing is, if you're not picking a Valkyrie, like, will IQ be looking for those black eye cams? That's going to be the question, of course, but it's going to be Bullet to get the entry onto Rampy. That is going to be the buck of the board from, I don't know which angle. Was that repelled up somewhere? It has to be. So that means 2 grenades off the board, a lot of vertical pressure off the board as well, and that is kind of what you need for a lobby press room. You need to open up from the theater room or projector room, whatever you want to call it. As that is now going to be almost impossible. They're going to have 2 impacts. The shotgun of Bosco as well with the super sortie. That's all they're going to be able to do right now. So they're missing out on a lot of utility here that they're going to be needing to get this plan down properly.
Bosco, and see what he can do as well outside of the piano windows as he's just slowly getting that control. Of course, Bosco's going to be pretty essential to when the push does come down, because he's the only person who does have smokes, and smokes are a pretty essential part of this exact push. Drones are going to be going out, however, from Bosco. It's about halfway into the round now to see exactly what the setup is. The ADSs are stacked up, but more importantly, there's an Evil Eye there, and that's going to be needed to be dealt with sooner rather than later from Fultz if the SSG want to have a successful front door push, or maybe they even want to go to Piano.
Yeah, Piano might even be the better option here. They need, of course, the backroom control. If they want to get that, they will need to get the upstairs. Is this... Oh.
That's
unlucky.
unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. That's a freeze to come down.
Yeah, well...
Second time.
SSG, however, looking very concentrated about all of that, but a little bit upset about that. You could sit and freeze in the middle of the round, but well, these things happen in our game, unfortunately, sometimes.
Well, at least, right, for SSG, this is actually positive. Because they know where they're going to be going right now. They know what the operating lineup is going to be, so they're probably going to be maybe aware of how to attack this properly. So they're going to have a little bit of time to discuss everything together to get their stuff sorted. I almost thought the coach froze as well.
Yeah, I thought that.
Standing so still was happening.
It's all going wrong.
The game is freezing, the coach is freezing.
I think generally, like, SSG is looking very, very good right now. But, well, you know, things are going badly overall for MIBR. I think they've kind of outplayed her a bit. I think the mute ban's affecting a lot of things here, right? Because MIBR generally can run down the timer quite hard, and we already saw them do it during the Telus defense. But
mute definitely helps.
You've seen like the efficient droning as well as been coming up from Space Station. They've had absolutely no issues gaining a lot of intel early on in the game. I think just generally their clear has been hard. It looks like we're going to have a rehearse here as well, and we're going to see, well, we're going to get into the game as soon as possible for you guys. Meanwhile, you can see our beautiful players here all concentrating and getting ready to get back into this first map.
Our Foco Canadian as well.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, on the stream, you guys probably missed it, but Canadian was very, very vocal yesterday during the Luminosity game.
It was so beautiful to watch.
He was very, very hyped up. No, it's good. You want that kind of energy in your team.
Yeah, you want that energy. Yeah. It hypes up so well. It gives you the motivation to keep on playing as, well, they're slowly getting ready. You see the focused faces right there on SSG. You see the coaches pacing around. They're ready. They're not too stressed out.
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
feel like
everything is
they
going,
have the upper hand right now.
Going pretty much exactly according to plan for Space Station. I think, honestly, just this mute ban, I know we came back to it as well. I think this mute ban has really come into its own. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen any echo yet. And I think the lobby press room, I thought was going to be the one round we were going to see the echo.
Yeah.
Arguably from Novice, I'm not really sure what the Mozzies really brought them.
Well, a wasted drone and admin.
Yeah,
that's about
true.
it, right?
That's
all
true.
we have, basically.
The mute Mozzie combo is very, very strong, and we do see that from MIBR quite a lot. But without one of those aspects, it does make it a lot harder.
It doesn't
for
seem
them
to
have a
work
lot
for
of
them if they
impact.
don't have one of the two. They need both of it to make it work. And now we see one missing out. It seems to be hard for them to get it to work. So they might actually want to swap it out for the last round. Of course, they have to play the lobby press room with the same operators they have picked before the game froze. So I still think that's going to be in favor of SSG. Because they know now that they're not going back downstairs. They are going lobby press. They know what operators are going to get picked. So they're going to know what to keep in mind when they're starting their attack, right? They need to take care of the maestro cameras, all that kind of stuff. Of course, it's basic. They haven't really done that anyway. But like, they're going to have good preparation now for that attack.
Yeah, no, they definitely did not. Well, remaking the lobby, even not retaking the lobby just yet. That'll be Space Station's job, I'm sure. As you know, we'll be getting into that round number 5 once more. And I think that, you know, we kind of theorized about that kind of initial shock factor of going to that lobby press room potentially was a bit of a throw off, but that shock factor is definitely now worn off.
So MIBR, you're going to have to bring your A game if you want to make it happen. The fist bumps come in, and that means the team is ready. Going to be trying it again to make sure that lobby press is going to be theirs to keep and it's going to be theirs to win.
Yeah, we're going to get back into that game as soon as possible. It looks like we're just about ready to launch and go back in. We'll see how things have managed to go down. Of course, this will be a rehost, so we'll start the round all over again, but everyone has to go to the same operators they used last time, but it also has to be the exact same site once more. One kind of bad thing now for MIBR as well is they did manage to get that arguably lucky pick onto Rampy early on in the round last time.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be helping them too much. It's unfortunate. Like it was such a good pick as well. The grenade's gone. That was the vertical play gone. So SSG really got lucky right here with the rehost to come in, as they are going to get their brick back. They are going to get the grenades back. It's just going to be making everything a lot easier for them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what kind of push that Space Station do want to go for here now, and you know what kind of differences if they're going to make any at all. What they'll try and push through with. As we get into round number 5, we're all tied up here at 2 apiece, but you could argue. I mean, I think I would argue in this particular instance, especially with the operator bans, that this is pretty defender-sided, even with the mute ban.
Definitely, like the detector ban is going to be such big of an impact, but okay. Normally would be a big impact, but I really haven't seen SSG struggle with utility yet, except for the actual Evil Eyes. Like, the Evil Eyes have been an issue for SSG, but the rest not really that much. They have been able to take care of all the other stuff, right? So, SSG feeling pretty confident, it looks like, with this patch event, and that might actually prompt MIBR to go for a different kind of ban in map number 2.
Yeah, potentially. We'll see Fultz going to be opening it all up and see what he can do just on the rappel. We'll see drones going out in heavy amounts from Space Station across the board as they go for that admin side heavy take. Novice playing a little bit closer this time than he was the last time, and playing a little bit safer up into Projector, and we'll see a pretty heavy upstairs hold coming out from MIBR. Track Singers are going to go out from Bosco just down into the bottom of Visa stairs, and drones are going to be coming out just to confirm the presence of where Novice is. First pick is always decisive here. Is Rampy looking for? He knows where Novice is, of course, just tucked up into the side of Projector, and while they're looking for the rotates.
We're almost nearing the 1:16 mark, the time when they crashed the previous time, and Rampy's still alive. So this is a big win right here for SSG. He's going to be trying to move through. Might actually be able to toss in a grenade right there behind the bar as soon as they know the position of that player. Drone's most likely coming in soon, as actually a rotation will be made right there through. Pre-fire comes in, actually spots out the player, but it's going to get down. It's Cyber to take care of Rampy, and yet again there's going to be no impact from the back whatsoever on this round. It's something that they might have actually hoped to take into their advantage right now. But as the C4 comes in, Bosco snipes it and will actually get the kill as well onto Novis. He's going to be bringing it to a 4-4. Canadian is going to get down, but will not get finished. So that means he's still able to be revived, use those exothermic charges, as no one of MIBR is going aggressive.
Great early picks coming out from Space Station there to be able to pick up Novice, and almost another one as Bosco will manage to down Cyber. Hugzor trying to make his way through the track stingers to try and regain that control of Projector. Cyber's down but not out just yet, but oh, there comes Bosco again with another kill. Hugzor does go down, that's the smoke out and out of it, and Bosco confirms his third kill, and Bosco is just going huge right now and just eliminating all the upstairs members of MIBR. Bullet looking to try and retake, but it's all down to M-King on the site, and Bullet's just going to realize, well, this isn't probably a very smart option if they're looking at this way.
No, definitely not going to be the best option for them to go with. As Thinking Nate right now actually gets picked up right there by Bulla. Fools, however, will be picking up M-King, and that means it's now going to be a 1 of 3 situation. Bulla's actually going to get wallbanged down. Oh no, it's the Trek Stingers right there that were on the floor. He didn't actually notice when he was moving through. It's going to be costing him a lot of time to actually take care of that. Spots come through. There comes the shot. Beautifully placed by Bosco. The man is going ham so far on this round. And it's SSG to take round number 5, and they put themselves back in the lead with 3-2. And the question is, can they make this a 4-2 lead, or is MIBR fighting back? Now they will be possibly going back down to the garage. Oh no, they're struggling between lobby again and the top floor. So it seems like we are going back to lobby press. Not that it was that flashing from the likes of MIBR the last time. So I'm not sure what they're thinking here.
This is not looking good for MIBR at all. Space Station have been doing really well in their clear so far. And just from Bosco, essentially, you know, getting that 4K as well, just on top of all of that. But I think just mainly because he's getting most of those kills, just holding that position and waiting for MIBR to rotate into it and just to try and peek him. He's shooting the Nitro. He's killing Novices. He tries to peek him as well. Like, just things like that, just holding down angles and waiting for MIBR to move against you. Conceal is kind of a map where you have to be very mobile, right?
Yeah, you have to get those rotations everywhere. You need to be able to freely move to make your defense work, because otherwise the attackers are going to be eliminating your angles, eliminating your rotates. So you got to keep your options open. You got to keep your control high, because otherwise it's just going to be an easy field day for the attackers to just hold 1 or 2 angles, and it's something we see SSG do perfectly. They have everybody, like they have someone everywhere, and everything is being watched. So as soon as one of the members of MIBR is moving, they just get picked up, and SSG they just make perfect work of that.
We'll see how things go down. We'll see if MIBR can rectify the mistakes of the last round. In fact, you know, at the start, things were actually going pretty well for them. We did see that first pick, of course, coming onto Rampy, just getting a little bit too aggressive up onto Vending and see what he could do there with the long desk and trying to push all the way through, but Cyber managed to pick him up on the rotate. And, well, MIBR had a pretty solid roam game at the start. We'll see how things go down for SSG. We'll see exactly what they want to do, but so far, it looks like pretty much the same take they did last time.
Definitely, and it worked out quite well as well, so there's no reason for them to actually change it. As basically the only thing that really put them at a disadvantage was Rampy dying early without doing any damage or using his grenades, right? So if they manage to keep him alive right now, that attack should be going even smoother compared to how it did last time.
Yeah, definitely. Rampy repelling all the way up and seeing what he can do. Don't forget, actually, there's the new repel thing, right, where you can go all the way to the edge of it, and then there's a separate bind just to get off the repel itself. So that's quite useful for Rampy here to be able to go all the way to the edge of the roof and hold the tightest angle that he possibly could. Drone's going to go in heavy amounts from Space Station as they begin their admin clear once more.
Question is, how fast will they be? 1 minute already gone off the board. Slowly, the repels are coming in. There goes Fultz. Will be the first one to enter this time. Novi's on a pretty aggressive angle right here. We're deciding not to fall back as it gets spotted through the drone hole. ADS in the corner right there next to the vending machines, making sure that the utility will not be able to go free from SSG. That will be making it a bit easier for the likes of MIBR to keep control of that desk. But I just think they surrender and control way too fast, because SSG, they have been taking it 2 times, 3 times right now, right?
It's very easy to get naded out of this particular position, right? But I mean, they've managed to waste a decent amount of time just on this top floor close.
I mean, there is no texture.
Yeah.
So you could just put down your ADSs and actually play it for a long time quite safely without being punished, and it's going to be Novas actually with the commando right there from the Mozzie to pick up Folds. It's going to get picked up by Canadian though from the windows right there on Spiral, but that's definitely going to be the entry again, and that's going to be the Zofia off the board, so no more stuns, no more impact to work with. Yeah,
that's going to make things a lot harder to clear out the Maestro camps that are in sight from M-King, waiting for this plant to potentially start to go down. Space Station, however, have managed to gain a decent amount of control, and Bosco and Canadian hop into Projector, and they'll see exactly what they can do about that whole situation. Bullet does manage to get down from a nade from Rampy from above, and he's going to try and confirm the kills. Bullet desperately crawling away from him, but this should be an easy pickup. There we go. Rampy does manage to confirm the kill. This will be a 3v4.
He's almost safe right there when he's crawling back down the stairs, but it's going to be 3 and 4, as you just said, in the favor of SSG, are looking to get their 4th round on the board. It's Cyber right now having to rotate back out, but the rotation doesn't quite come down. He's kind of stuck in there. He's going to get punished for it, up to 10 HP. And as there's only 10 seconds left, there's actually going to be a need for a plant right now to come in. SSG, they're holding off the angles, they're holding off the flanks. The Maestro Chem is not going to be able to find a planter off Canadian. Cyber, however, will be picking up one. Will get picked up straight afterwards. It's M-King now in a 1-on-4 situation that needs to make it work if he wants to get this up to a 3-3, but he doesn't know someone is right next to him. And the actual ACOG is blocking out his vision as well. He will not be able to see it due to the fact of his low FOV, and that means that he is going to be going back on his scan, trying to get some information. Spot set at 1 will be trying to do some damage, but it's going to be someone moving in right there to go for the knife, I believe.
Oh, he saw Bosco's boot there at the end. Oh, that was so devastating. Like, not only is it probably like he's playing like 4-3 or something like that, but also the ACOG blocks out so much of your peripheral vision.
There's like so little you can see if you're looking at that reticle. Unlucky right there for MIBR. Not really the start they would have hoped for right here, as they are, of course, in top 3, hoping to fight themselves back to Liquid to try and get a rematch for the invitational spot. So far, it's SSG that is in the driver's seat. They are dictating the pace right now.
4 attacks right now. This is a really good situation for Space Station right now. Look at that. Bosco, since the rehost, already 6 kills on the board and not a single death for himself. He's definitely doing the work here as we push into round number 7. It's going to be a downstairs defense to start off with here from Space Station. They've opted to not bring the smoke, but to bring the kite instead. And that's good, right, with the Thatcher ban, right? And it also means that you can just kind of plunk those things down pretty much immediately, or you can just completely trick with them,
like this entire wall, it's so hard to take care of if you... Actually, there's like a little overhanging part, right, from that wall. So if you place it up there, it might actually be hard to take care of it from piano.
Also, the general thing is here, though, if they've not brought a shotgun in the form of, obviously not Mute because he's banned, or a smoke, doesn't seem like they're going to be holding heavily onto Bathroom right now either. So maybe they'll just go for the hatches.
Yeah. Probably, actually, but Bosco's going to have the ability to at least deny one of the hatches, and there's nothing that is going to be in MIBR's their power to actually take care of it.
Oh, right, yeah, because the Kaya charges are they're different now, right? Like, he can get all 3 walls with one. That's
so, like, you can get 1 hatch and all 3 walls. So, like, there's nothing that MIBR is going to be able to do if they want to close out, if they want to open up the hatch and there's an electrical on it. But I believe they didn't actually reinforce the bathroom hatch, so that's going to be soft. And if that's the case, then that is actually going to be quite a win for MIBR due to the fact they have that soft destruct capabilities to open up that hatch. I believe all the other hatches are reinforced, though.
So I'm going to be jumping in here as drones have gone out ahead of MIBR's main attack through the admin take as well. Takes the multi-drones offline as well, so they can drone it all out from the sides as well. And Cyber just making his way downtown. Pretty much a very similar take to what Space Station were doing, but it's going to be Space Station themselves who put the first kill on the round. Already off the board, the man with no fear already dead.
Maybe he has to be a bit more careful in this playstyle if he wants to help his team. It's not really working out too much as of yet for MIBR. As right now, Thinking Nate, the first one to put that frag on the board right here. They still have a lot of top control right here. Herx are trying to get something to work, but look. Did they reinforce upstairs? Yeah, they did. They reinforced Projector. Even though they're playing downstairs, it's going to be a lot of utility wasted right here for MIBR if they want to take that control, especially if they cannot drone it out properly.
Well, air jobs are going to be going down, and we'll see MIBR slowly trying to regain this control upstairs. But a decent amount of time has been wasted by Space Station. on this roam game upstairs. They've retreated all the way downstairs, pretty happy with the fact that they managed to pick up a kill out of it as well. None against them. MIBR don't seem too convinced that this is actually clear right now. And this is poor drone work from them, honestly. It's wasting them a lot of time.
Definitely, it's just 1 minute left on the clock right now, and only, well, no one, actually just one person downstairs on the first floor. It's M-King and Visa, but there's not a lot of control either. Cyber will be opening up into antechamber with a skeleton key, trying to make sure that anybody playing in that position will be taken care of. King Nate, aggressive right here, onto the spiral, knows someone is going to be moving up. The question is there going to be an air jab on that door? If that's the case, it doesn't seem to be as of yet. We'll be able to put down some shots towards MIBR, not actually able to get like an actual tag down, but it's definitely going to be making them scared.
Well, there's only 30 seconds left to go on the clock, and there has to be a push right now from MIBR if they want to make something happen. Bullet does manage to find Canadian, however, as Hugzod getting ready to push down yellow stairs, but the push has to come down right now. It's now or never. As Bosco still hiding behind white van. The vertical play still getting opened up by Cyber, but they're not being able to find any picks whatsoever. They're going to have to deal with the leisure mines as well. So Hugzod trying to make his way down Spiral. Doesn't realize that Thinking Nade's in archives as well, waiting for the push to come down from Cyber. As he does manage to pick up the kill, but Bosco shuts down Bullet and SSG. It's all them right now as they take their first defense.
That was the TCS G12 coming in clutch right there, just taking down 2 players, I believe, in the last second as well. Absolutely crazy going down right there, and that is going to be SSG on 5-2-2. One more round, and they're going to be on that point. And they're definitely looking to take this on swift fashion as the tactical timeout is being called out, most likely by MIBR, because, of course, they aren't really stepping up their game right now. They aren't showing the fire and the flare that they had throughout the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, 5-2 scoreline. This is looking really bad for MIBR right now to be able to bring this in. 4-2 scoreline up on attack from a space station. Well, I mean, you're happy days right now. And, you know, something that we say in the analyst desk as well, something that Ace brought up as well, that we seem that the first map in the series is always one-sided. It's always very decisive. But the second map is up for grabs for anyone.
Definitely. I wonder whose map pick is this? Is this SSG's or is this MIBR's?
This is SSG's.
All right. Yeah. We're finally breaking the curse of people picking up opposing map sides, of course, if this continues like this, because MIBR can still come back. We've seen it before. These teams making comebacks all the way. It might be what MIBR is aiming for right now. That's maybe what the tactical timeout is for, just to get everybody back on the same page. There we go. We're getting in again.
Yeah, we'll see how round number 8 does get underway as we see our console office and meeting room defense coming out right now. Well, things are just not looking good at all for MIBR. And we'll see how things are going to be picking up. But look at that Bosco. Since the rehost, that's not all of his kills. He's 8-0 right now since the rehost.
Oh, the man is going absolutely mental. That's since round number 5, so that is going to be up to 3 rounds. Managed to get 8 kills right there. I mean, that's an amazing stat coming down right there from him. Definitely showing up for his team. Maybe looking to break the Latam record if he, well, they're going to need some more rounds to do so. So
yeah,
they're going to have to let MIBR win a few, right? Let him get some quad kills, then throw against MIBR just so he can break that record. Don't think that's going to happen. Highly likely, the invitational spot is way more important than the kill record, of course. And SSG looking to take that. When like CGG, they went in for an interview and they asked me, who do you think is going to win the US Nationals? I was like, I gotta say SSG. I think that they're going to be able to take it.
Yeah, they've been looking pretty decently across the tournament so far. We'll see how things go down. So we move into round number 8. We'll have a look what Space Station want to do with this whole situation. MIBR, however, beginning with their admin take once more. And Cyber's moved onto the sledge rather than the book, interestingly enough. Interesting kind of role change there as well. To do that, even though you're probably going to be aware it is an upstairs hold, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. I don't know, I like Book more overall, just so much more versatile.
I think just more that you would see a Book for the upstairs hold, right? Because you could book them from below, or you could just book the projector wall as well,
so
which is
normally
what's
so
happening.
Much more versatile, so.
Yeah, so, well, that's what Cyber's going to pick up, and we'll see how exactly that's going to work out for MIBR, as we get just about a minute into the round in MIBR, slowly but surely, getting that control.
It might be that he's just losing the gunfights, of course, right? That he wants to go for a more easy gun to use, so to say. The LE5 is definitely like
it's a
very,
laser,
very solid gun. It's a laser. It's so effective. So if you're not hitting your shots on buck, then going over to sledge is most likely going to be the best thing you could do for the rest of your team and yourself. So that might be the reason behind it. Not actually sure, of course. Don't want to speculate, but it will be the thing that, well, my reasoning behind swapping that over.
Hookzod opening with a long angle, but well, we'll see Bullet. And it's being able to deal with the Maestro cam as well as checking for any ADSs down long desk. Let's see what exactly the situation is. MIBR actually have a lot of control right now, very, very early on. But of course, no Thatcher. And that's going to make things a little bit more difficult for them to fully push in here. I'm wondering if Hookzod's actually going to try and tuck up right next to the wall and just thermite it open on Projector.
Such a beautiful thing to see, and that's going to be the way that they actually will be able to take down Bosco as well, because he is playing so close to the actual doorway right there. Already put down his first smoke canister, just to make sure that someone from Visa wouldn't be able to push all the way in. Flashbang's coming in, and that is going to be the ADS wasted. Turret 1 comes in as well, and that will secure, or at least confirm, that there's no more ADS in that room. So that is going to be, well, prompting up a grenade most likely to come in from Cyber to try and take care of Bosco, who's of course playing in the area.
Bullet holding onto the long angle now as well. Cutting the site in half as well, making sure that no one can rotate through Connect. And obviously as well from below, making sure there's no C4s available down below, because we do have Thinking Nade on the board, and he's still available downstairs to be able to go for that push and rush from downstairs. And we are getting very, very slow here, right here, but we do see if Thinking Nade has managed to make his rotate downstairs, and he's going to go around, but Cyber is going to be able to nade out Bosco. And that's the smoke down and off the board. This is a really now good push from MIBR available. Rampy taking quite a few hits, but Thinking Nade actually managed to get back to the side, but Novice takes out his teammate. Fultz goes down. The long angle not looking too good anymore. Thinking Nade just strike back. There goes Novice, but the plant is starting to go down. It's maybe too little too late. The Canadian just come through for a long desk as well. Tries to go for the retake, but the plant has moved to another place as well. Hookzod's just sticking it right now as Canadian cannot fight through it, and Bullet will secure the round for MIBR.
It's a very dangerous one right there. The Visa, like the gunfight on the Visa stairs right there that was going on, that was almost lost by the SSG player. If that was the case, he could have peeked in and actually denied the planter because no one else was in there to cover him off. That could have been around for SSG, but very good one. Very good attack right here from MIBR. Good grenade to come in from Cyber as well right there to take care of Bosco, which opened up so many possibilities for MIBR to go on for the attack.
So we'll see round number 9 getting underway, and well, we'll see Space Station moving upstairs to the console office and meeting room defense. And we'll see Valkyrie coming out from Canadian instead of the Bandit. Well, I don't think this Bandit really did that much for them, because there was no concentration from MIBR to even open up that wall, because they brought the Thermite, and generally when you're bringing the Thermite here, you're not bothered about opening projector wall. Your only bother is opening up the top above Visa stairs wall,
that's
right,
how you want to open
to get
it.
that long angle.
Definitely. Upstairs again, SSG. What are they going to change to make sure that MIBR is no longer skipping through them? We want to get this done nice and easy and tidy. 6-3, 7-3, that's what they're hoping for. Just to get that scoreline going. But of course, they're first going to have to deal with the LATAM team, who have been showing up lately. Like, they haven't had the best online season. They managed to stay the only team in the entirety Pro League from NAPL, EUCL, PL, and Latin PL. The only one that actually managed to maintain their spot in the relegation. So it says something about them. Their best of 3 record is actually pretty decent lately, if not perfect.
Yeah, that's so true. And if you watched the game yesterday in the Upper Bracket Finals, they had an insanely close series against Liquid, who one of the tournament favorites as well, as ducking out other tournament favorites G2. So MIBR definitely looking very promising throughout this tournament right now. We'll see how things do start to go down as well, as MIBR slowly making their way through. Maybe even a console push here as well, going through, as Novice has managed to make his way through outside of console to check for any Valkyrie cameras.
Yeah, definitely. So Cyber misses out on the hatch right there, unfortunately. But that happens. Nothing lost, nothing gained. Bosco waiting till the very, very last second to take care of that drone, because he's like, if I don't get spotted, there's going to be a freebie to come through. But I had to take care of the utility anyway at the end. Let's try to fall back into a more safe, more fell-up position that is going to be able to hold off MIBR from.
Cyber opening up a little bit of a
Why these vertical
plays. So that vertical angle looks down onto Visa stairs as well.
Like so rotation from all the way downstairs,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So you should be able to see exactly what's going on with all of that if he chose to look down it. Of course, we did have MIBR very, very worried about the vertical play from downstairs that was going on, because we had a heavy roam downstairs from Space Station late in the round where we had Thinking Nade downstairs. He does have that Nitro available to himself, of course, and he can be able to do something with that. And yes, is going to get burned by Bullet here, and that should be another nade coming out from Cyber soon enough. Well, the shield does get burned, and Thermites are going to go out.
It's going to be their only grenade left that they're going to be able to use, though, and that means that they're either going to be able to take down Bosco or they're going to be able to take out Fultz, depending on which one they want to get rid of first. Nova's right there from below all the way. Some reason, 1 minute left on the clock. Cyber is going to be tossing in this grenade. The question is, will he be aware? Derek comes, actually, another ADS comes in clutch right there, and Fultz manages to stay alive. There's still a shield as well that hasn't been dealt with. That means no more grenades, and that's definitely going to be making it hard for MIBR to flush out Fultz, to flush out Bosco, because there is also no lifelines left. There is no stuns, there is no concussions or impacts. So they're going to have to use something else to get rid of these players of SSG.
Bullet still has the crosshair, however, Bosco still tossing out smokes and still being able to keep a lot of control of Projector. But that time is really starting to come down, and Canadian will find the first kill of the round. Hoaxod is going to start to plant behind the bomb as well, but Canadian should be aware as where he is. Natural will come down from below from Canadian, and Hoaxod is taking off the border as well as Diffuser, not able to be planted just yet. Bullet will recover it, but he's 1 HP in a dream right now, and this should be an easy pickup right now, but Cyber's going to be covering it, making sure that Bosco can't push through it all. He's going to switch to the SMG-11 to try and take something close, but Canadian again with another kill, and the Diffuser does get denied. And M-King trying to pull out the pistol, trying to bring something back in, but it's not going to happen just yet. What a round from Canadian.
Good round right there from Canadian indeed. Getting that C4 kill first. Also the kill onto Novus, who was, well, trying to clear him out, making sure that that C4 wouldn't happen. By Novus dying, Canadian was free to do whatever he wanted, managed to pick up one, and then got another one straight afterwards when he rotated back up. Great round from the man, and he puts his team right here onto map point. As 3-6 is the scoreline. They need to find one more, and they'll try to do so in the cafeteria garage. MIBR, what can you do? What can you bring to turn this around? Can you win 3 consecutive rounds right now? Do you have it in you after yesterday's game against Liquid? Because it was so they got us so well, right? The first map they managed to win it. I was like, well, actually MIBR might be able to just knock out Liquid right here. When we saw Liquid just falling back, like they started to launch again. They started to get ready. They got on fire. Managed to knock out MIBR eventually.
Another Kaid tick coming out from Bosco here as well from the smoke. And well, it's not going to give anything too much away from MIBR here. So. Yeah, and I think, again, just from Space Station, the exact same strategy, and that potentially, again, they're just going to hold really heavily from upstairs. And actually, it went quite well for them last time. This really, like, kind of denial of intel.
What will MIBR have to fight this? What can they do against it? Okay, Rampy again, putting down 2 of his pests on those windows. Actually 3 all in that area.
Again, like, literally the exact same side. It's the exact same thing he did at the same time.
The thing is, if they, again, know it's going to be clear, you can just rappel in, take care of everything, and there's nothing there. Because no one is actually challenging it actively, right? So
yeah. But I mean, like, the reason he's putting multi drones there is just to make sure that they can't just push through. I mean, he might just get a lucky drone through there, right?
Yeah.
As well, like if they open the window and they just throw the drone through, that's a quick drone that's worth it, honestly.
Definitely. So, MIBR, you are 3 behind
you got
right
one.
now.
You got a drone.
Oh, you got a drone. There we go. Easy. What can they do? As lobby is going to be taken. Seems to be the control that they want to have first, so they're not going for the default top floor approach, it seems like. And the Cyber is now moving. Ooh, he actually hears, he knows one is going to be there. There comes the grenade, but Rampy is about to rotate out. Wouldn't have missed probably anyway, but it's going to be giving away the information that players are actually going to be on the first floor, and they're going to be having a very good position now considering the fact.
Yeah, he's still got that drone as well. It's still available to him in admin, so he should be able to get on that if he does want to try and move it into a better position here. To see how this is going to start to play out. Rampy moving this drone back as well to himself as well, seeing what's going on in Piano exactly, but Bullet will of course find it. And the vertical play will start to get opened up. I think Nade is contesting as well from yellow stairs and see what he can do. Pre-fires coming down from both sides as well, but Thinking Nade almost getting caught out there from the yellow stairs window. Canadian going to move down the other side instead, but he's taking quite a lot of damage, but even then, SSG remain in control of this top floor.
But just look at this. They are playing in the garage right here, and there's 3 people of SSG playing in the top floor. Grenade comes out right there. Won't be doing any damage to Thinking Nate, who's now slowly starting to descend the stairs right here. Hoping to maybe try and, well, maybe contest these players right here. That's the clean headshot from Novus onto Bosco. And that is going to be allowing to open up the hatch as well. But Thinking Nate then comes in, gets the refrag done. That means the IQ is now off the board. But the question is, how effective will that be? Because you lost a very important player right there onto the likes of SSG. Cyber will be holding off the yellow stairs right there, and that will be making it impossible for Thinking Nate to rotate back down. Or he needs to be able to pick up that frag as he is going aggressive. He knows that there's going to be players there. He wants to actually get that frag. Goes for a pre-fire, actually deals a lot of damage to Cyber. What we're swapping over to the pistol. Is that the down onto Cyber? No, he's still on 1 HP. And a dream right there to manage to keep on fighting. And as M-King now is going to be worried about Thinking Nate being upstairs right there. You see MIBR, they're wasting so much time right here that they just don't feel comfortable pushing in the site due to the fact there is so many roamers around.
So much on the line now for MIBR to try and get into the site and try and cover this plant. 30 seconds left to go on the clock, but not a lot of plant denial from Space Station. As Fultz is going to try and move up. He does have the Maestro Cam, however, to try and deny this. Hookzod taking a lot of damage right now, and he's going to try and find the Evil Eye, but he can't just yet. M-King, meanwhile, will find Canadian. The plant still going down, but Fultz has to get a little bit more aggressive here if he wants to find something. M-King finds another one! And Cyber next up Thinking Nate as well. The Maestro Cam trying to do the damage from Fultz here, but not enough as the plant goes down successfully. And Hookzod just gets the heck out of there. Fultz moves up, does manage to take down M-King. He's got to find 3 more, though, if he wants to bring this in. This is definitely very, very clutchable with the Alder in his hands. We'll see what kind of death he can bring here. Diffuser still doing its work here. He's on the Diffuser itself. The vertical plate gets opened up by Cyber, but himself is really, really low HP. But, well, it's not going to be enough as MIBR take the round. And nice headshot from Hookzod coming out.
Don't forget, they had a hot drone on him as well. One of the attackers just moved in a drone. They knew exactly where he was the entire time, and it would be exactly knowing when he would be trying to attempt to defuse. So there was nothing he could have done at that point. All he could have hoped for was to take down the Diffuser with the Evil Eye before it actually went down. But he was too careful. He couldn't actually do anything about it, as he was the only man left standing. Like, he couldn't risk dying whilst being on his camera at that point as well. So 4-6 current scoreline. MIBR starting to fight back, but it was a very, very close one. And SSG instantly deciding to swap out as they are going to lobby press.
SSG starting to flounder a bit here as they go to a lobby press room defense, as you say, Hap. We'll see exactly how this is going to work out, and we'll see the Doc is going to be coming out from Rampy rather than the Kaid. I think that's kind of an interesting change there, although I don't actually mind it. I'm wondering if Rampy has a bulletproof camera here. He does. I like that.
And he's placing it down. It's not something we always see from the players. Sometimes we just see them.
We did see that right? From Slashug, yeah, when he got the clutch and he just put the bulletproof cam on the
bulletproof cam on the diffuser.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh well, same reinforcements seeming to come out again from SSG right here. What are they going to be doing differently compared to last time?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting because, of course, they have brought the Doc. We haven't seen them go lobby yet. So
no, actually not, I believe, no.
We'll have a look what Space Station does want to do here. Rampy is actually going to go for the spawn peak here as well to see if he can get a quick early pick. Well, it's not going to happen just yet. I think, actually, was that where Rampy died when he got spawn peaked?
I don't know, we never...
Novice was around that area. We never
the
managed to complete our CSI tutorial there. Never managed to see him. And Novice is going to make his way downstairs regardless of that. He'll be breaching his way through into garage. He'll be droning himself in as well.
Now this is going to be clear, and then we'll decide to move in. Oh, first open up the entire garage, because why not? I want to keep all those lines of sights opened up, and most likely we'll be dealing with the utility from below, which is basically just an ADS and some goo mines deployed, because I doubt that Bosco will be pre-placing some of his smoke canisters right there for IQ to find. And of course it's hard to actually take care of Maestro cameras with IQ, considering bulletproof and stuff.
Going out across the board right now. Flashbangs make their way in and through onto Piano from Hookzod. See exactly what they can do. Drones going out heavy amounts as well, but MIBR hasn't really gained too much control just yet. But they got a lot of intel on what's going on right now. And should be able to see what's going on in Piano as well. This actually might, from MIBR, just be a straight Piano push, because you see the way they're stacked up right now. Try and go for like the Piano windows. They've been doing most of their droning from here as well. This could be just a surprise, just jump in, get Novice to cover from below to make sure there's no C4. But, well, it's going to be Bosco who puts the first kill on the board. There goes Bullet. But Bosco's really been showing up this series.
He's definitely doing amazing work right here for SSG, but it's going to be M-King to take him down from that window, from the little bit of an upstep right there. M-King is the one to get that frag on the board, drawing things back up to square. Grenade falling in, won't be finding anyone, but at least they're going to be knowing that the bottom of yellow stairs is going to be clear, and they're going to be able to just move in from there. M-King holding off the rotation, not knowing whether or not he's going to be able to move in. Novice right now moving up towards the yellow stairs as well. So it definitely seems like they're cutting off all rotations for defenders to go back into the piano site, so they could go in for a potential plant soon.
This is a really good angle from Novice as well. There's no really many people around this yellow stairs area, but as I say, that Thinking Nade moves down onto yellow stairs and see what he can do from that angle. They're going to know that he's there. As well, the drone has come out. Thinking Nade, playing very, very close. When you 40 seconds left to go on the clock, MIBR, they have to make a move. It's now or nothing if they want to try and bring this round in and prevent themselves from losing the first map. Novice slowly crawling up onto Spiral Stairs as well, trying to find a little bit of a better entry here for themselves. But looks like that Canadian is very, very aware of this right now. He's actually going to try and rotate a little bit right now. He's going to throw out his Legion in mind, but a quick peek from Novice just managed to take him down. Fultz finds one under the other. However, Novice has managed to find his way back into the site, but he's getting so much damage here. Prefire's coming down, but from the other side, he's going to get taken out by Thinking Nade. Thinking Nade trying to do as much work as he can. He gets another one! Oh my god, what a great picks from Thinking Nade. Cyber doesn't manage to refrag, but it's a 1v2. It's all down to him, but he's not going to be able to find anything just yet. SSG take round number 11, and that'll be the map for them.
SSG absolutely stepping it up right here. Amazing place to come down right there. But what a flick that was from Novice onto Canadian. Don't forget that. Like, I thought Canadian was aware of the fact that someone was on Spiral Stairs, but as soon as he tosses out that goob mine, that was perfectly read by Novice, like a perfect call to actually go in, because at that point, there's nothing Canadian can do because you're still going back to your gun, of course, so you cannot ADS at the same time. So a good call right there, but unfortunately for MIBR, it wasn't supposed to be. It's going to be SSG to take map number 1.
A great play from Thinking Nade there at the end.
I was
to be able to bring it in.
Do you want to say something?
No. It's just like a great play from Thinking Nade there at the end to try and bring it in as well.
He was Q&Eing everything.
Yeah, he takes down Novice as well, but he gets another one with a pistol flick as well. Like, absolutely incredible plays coming out from Thinking Nade there to bring it in for SSG. Looked a bit scary there for a while for them, but they do manage to secure the first map very decisively. But, well, before we get into our second map, however, before we go to our break, we do actually have a giveaway going on.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
And what can we get right there?
You can get so